Shocking. Your banana is radioactive. Hey there, science fans. Ever bitten into a delicious banana and thought, this fruit is out of this world? Well, guess what? It kind of is. Bananas have a secret. They're slightly radioactive. Don't freak out just yet. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. Before you toss your banana peels in a panic, let's break down this shocking truth together. I promise it's way more interesting than scary. Ready to explore the fascinating world of radioactive bananas? Let's peel back the science. Potassium power. Have you ever wondered what makes bananas so special? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating world of banana radiation, the secret source of banana radiation. Yes, you heard that right. Bananas are slightly radioactive, and it's all thanks to a little element called potassium. The secret to a banana's radioactivity lies in a little thing called potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that our bodies need to function properly. It's involved in muscle function, nerve signals, and fluid balance. You know, that important mineral that keeps our bodies running smoothly. Without potassium, our muscles wouldn't contract properly, and our hearts wouldn't beat as they should. It's truly a powerhouse mineral. Well, bananas are packed with it. In fact, just one medium-sized banana contains about 422 milligrams of potassium. That's roughly 9% of the recommended daily intake for an average adult. But here's the twist. A tiny amount of potassium exists as a radioactive isotope called potassium-40. This isotope makes up about 0.012% of all potassium found in nature. Don't worry, I'll explain isotopes in a bit. Isotopes are variants of a particular chemical element that have different numbers of neutrons. Potassium-40, for instance, has 3 more neutrons than the most common form of potassium. For now, just know that potassium-40 is a naturally occurring radioactive version of potassium found in, well, pretty much everything. From the food we eat to the soil and water around us, potassium-40 is everywhere. So that's the source of a banana's radioactivity, naturally occurring potassium-40. Pretty cool, huh? But don't worry, the radiation levels are extremely low and completely harmless. So go ahead, enjoy your banana. Radioactivity, not always a supervillain. Now, I know what you're thinking. Radioactivity, isn't that dangerous? Well, hold your horses. Radioactivity gets a bad rap. We usually associate it with scary things like nuclear power plants and those glow-in-the-dark watches from the 80s. But here's the thing. Radioactivity is all around us. It's in the soil, the air, even in our own bodies. And guess what? Most of the time, it's totally harmless. The key is understanding that radioactivity comes in different levels. The tiny amount found in your average banana is nothing to sweat about. Atoms Gone Wild, understanding isotopes. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of isotopes, using something as simple as a banana to help us understand. Remember that word isotope from earlier? It's not just a fancy term, it's a key concept in understanding the building blocks of matter. Time for a quick science lesson. Let's break it down in a way that's easy to grasp. Everything around us is made up of tiny building blocks called atoms. These atoms are the fundamental units of matter, forming everything from the air we breathe to the food we eat. Think of atoms like Lego bricks that make up everything in the universe. Just as Lego bricks come in different shapes and sizes, atoms come in different types, known as elements. Now, isotopes are like different versions of the same Lego brick. Imagine you have a blue Lego brick, but some have an extra bump or two. They're still blue Lego bricks, but with slight variations. They're still the same element, but with a slightly different number of neutrons. Those are tiny particles inside the atom. Neutrons, along with protons, make up the nucleus of an atom. This difference makes some isotopes unstable. They want to release a bit of energy to become more stable. This process of releasing energy is what we call radioactive decay. That release of energy, that's radioactivity. It's a natural process that occurs in certain isotopes, making them emit radiation as they transform into more stable forms. So potassium-40, the isotope in bananas, is just a potassium atom letting go of some extra energy. This is a perfect example of how even everyday items can have fascinating scientific properties. See, science can be fun. By understanding isotopes, we get a glimpse into the incredible complexity and beauty of the natural world. So next time you eat a banana, remember, you're holding a tiny piece of atomic wonder in your hand. Section 5. Chill out! Banana radiation is harmless. Bananas are not just delicious and nutritious, but they also have a quirky little secret that often gets people talking. Yes, we're talking about banana radiation. Now back to our glowing fruit friend. You might have heard that bananas are slightly radioactive. This is due to the presence of potassium-40, a naturally occurring isotope. But before you start worrying, let's put things into perspective. The amount of potassium-40 in a banana is incredibly small. In fact, it's so minuscule that it poses no harm to our health. To give you an idea, you'd have to eat about 10 million bananas at once to get a lethal dose of radiation. And let's be honest, no one is eating that many bananas. We're talking teeny tiny microscopic amounts. The radiation from a single banana is so insignificant that it's almost laughable. It's like comparing a single grain of sand to an entire beach. It's so small that eating a banana exposes you to less radiation than you'd get from just walking around for a day. Our environment is full of natural radiation sources, from the ground beneath our feet to the air we breathe, or even sleeping in your own bed. Yes, even your cozy bed has some level of natural radiation, but just like with bananas, it's nothing to be concerned about. Our bodies are actually really good at handling these tiny doses of radiation. We've evolved to live with it, and our cells are constantly repairing any minor damage that might occur, so there's no need to fear the humble banana. It's like a light drizzle compared to a thunderstorm. We hardly even notice it. Just as a gentle rain is a far cry from a raging storm, the radiation from a banana is a mere blip on the radar. So go ahead, enjoy that banana without a worry in the world. Not only are they safe, but they're also packed with essential nutrients like potassium, vitamin C and fiber. Bananas are truly a superfood that you can feel good about eating every day. Whether you enjoy them in a smoothie, as a snack, or sliced over your morning cereal, bananas are a versatile and healthy choice. So next time someone mentions banana radiation, you can confidently tell them there's nothing to worry about. Embrace the banana love. Section 6. How radioactive is my banana, anyway? Scientists have a fun way to measure radiation exposure. It's called the banana equivalent dose, or BED. Yes, you heard that right. One bed is equal to the amount of radiation you get from eating one banana. It's a fun and easy way to compare radiation levels in everyday life. For example, did you know that a dental X-ray exposes you to about 5 beds? That's like eating 5 bananas at once. See? Bananas help us understand radiation in a fun and relatable way. Section 7. You eat more radiation than you think. Here's another fun fact. Bananas aren't the only radioactive food out there. Lots of common foods contain those naturally occurring radioactive isotopes. Take potatoes, for example. They also contain potassium-40, just like bananas. And Brazil nuts, they're known for having slightly higher levels of radium, another radioactive element, but don't worry, the levels are still way too low to be harmful. It's all part of living on a radioactive planet. Section 8, from Brazil nuts to beer, other radioactive foods. Ready for more examples? Red meat, beer, and even drinking water all contain trace amounts of radioactive isotopes. It's all part of the natural makeup of our environment. The point is, we encounter low levels of radiation every single day from the food we eat, the air we breathe, and even the ground we walk on. It's just a part of life on Earth. Our bodies have evolved to handle these tiny doses, so there's no need to stress about it. Section 9, don't fear the glow, it's natural. The takeaway here is that radioactivity is a natural part of our world. Just because something is radioactive doesn't automatically make it dangerous. It's all about the dose and the type of radiation. The minute amounts of naturally occurring radioactive isotopes in foods like bananas are nothing to worry about. In fact, they're just a reminder of the amazing and complex world we live in. So next time someone tells you bananas are radioactive, you can impress them with your newfound knowledge. Section 10. So eat your bananas. They're ape-roved. So there you have it, the shocking truth about radioactive bananas. They're a delicious and nutritious snack that just happens to contain a tiny, harmless amount of naturally occurring radiation, just like everything else around us. So go ahead, enjoy your bananas without a worry. They're packed with potassium, vitamins, and a whole lot of fascinating science. Stay curious, my friends.